Hi, welcome to another Stream Developers tutorial. This video serves as your ultimate guide to building a chat messaging application. We will dive into the different types of chat applications you can build as standalone or add to an existing app as in-app feature. I will show you the different platforms on which you can build your chat applications using your preferred APIs and SDKs. You can use front-end SDKs like React, iOS, Android, React Native, Flutter, and more. You can also build any chat application with backend clients like Node.js, Python, Ruby, PHP, Java, and more. Let's begin with why you should build a chat messaging application. I will show you the different types of chat messaging apps you can build for your business. Then we look at popular examples and platforms on which you can build your chat messaging apps. We will look at technical considerations and development process, and finally, recap. So with the question of why build a chat messaging application, we all know messaging one another plays an important role in our everyday activities. It helps us communicate effectively with friends and loved ones. At the workplace, it helps teams to collaborate on any project they are working on. In meetings and noisy environments, text messaging is the most convenient way to communicate with others. Also, adding an in-app messaging support for a community-based app, for example, helps to improve user engagement. Let's take a look at Strava. It is purposely for fitness. However, users can send direct messages to their friends and the people they follow. There are different kinds of chat applications you can build for your business. Let's look at the main categories. Let's begin with social messaging apps. This consists of widely popular chat applications that connect over 1 billion users on Android, iOS, and the web. In this category, we have a chat messaging application like Telegram, which is known for its solid end-to-end encryption and beautiful animations to engage users. It also offers synchronized chat data across multiple devices. Next, we have team collaboration. This category allows teams to communicate, share files, and collaborate in different channels. One popular example is Microsoft Teams for business collaboration, especially among organizations. Next, we have live stream gaming. In this example, users can chat, comment, and engage with one another during live broadcasts. Great examples of apps in this category are Twitch and YouTube Live, which allow real-time interaction between the host and the viewers. Next, we have virtual event. This category is normally used for conferences and webinars. Great example here is Zoom and Hopin. They combine chat features with video conferencing, breakout rooms, and networking. Then we have AI integration category. This may not be a standalone app. You can easily integrate AI features like chatbots, automated responses. Let's look at examples of some popular chat messaging applications and their features we use on a daily basis. Our first example is WhatsApp. WhatsApp is popularly known for its private messaging, which makes the whole messaging experience feel safe and reliable. It also integrates with video and voice calling. WhatsApp also uses end-to-end encryption to secure your messages, so messages can only be seen by the sender and the receiver. It also allows users to form groups and chat with one another. Users can also express themselves with animated GIFs and stickers. If you have a business, for example, you can use WhatsApp to reach your customers easily. Next, we have iMessage. This is the default messaging for most iPhone and iPad users. iMessage is well known for its UI being clean and intuitive. It provides cross-device syncing between iPhone, iPad, and the Vision Pro. It also integrates seamlessly with Apple Pay, stickers, Apple Music, and other popular applications. Next, we have Slack, which focuses mainly on collaboration at the workplace. It makes collaboration with teams more spontaneous and flexible than using an email. It also allows team members to share jokes, files, memes, and the projects they are working on with one another. Slack also supports group messaging, channels, direct messaging, and slash commands. There are also conversational threads, reactions, and more. Another chat messaging app example is Facebook Messenger. Although this is not widely used today, it is well known for its simplicity and ease of use. It allows users to watch videos, TV shows with friends and loved ones. You can easily express yourself with emojis. It provides support for AR filters and other messaging effects. You can also choose from different themes to design your chat background. It supports forwarding and replies and authenticating with Face ID. Now let's look at building a chat application from scratch versus using APIs and SDKs. You can build any chat application from scratch, but that would take a lot of time due to the many infrastructures you need to implement for the front end and back end. Instead of wasting months to build a simple chat feature from scratch, you can leverage the power of APIs and SDKs to build a fully functional chat application that takes few days. These APIs and SDKs come with reusable UI components that can be easily customized to your needs. Using a chat API, you also get always available customer support like integration issues, bugs, and feature requests. Considering the time and effort involved in building a chat messaging application from scratch, you can use a chat API like the one Stream provides. I encourage you to check the Stream's website to learn more. You now know why you should use a chat API like the one Stream provides for building a fully functional messaging application for your business. Let's now look at the core and advanced chat features you can build for your app. Regardless of the intended use case of any messaging application, the following chat features will be necessary to support any basic messaging experience. There must be a mechanism for user authentication. There must be a message text input field that shows a keyboard on focus. A basic chat messaging application must have a conversation window with send and receive messages. It must have a list of contacts or a channel list. The UI should also display messages history and user presence indication. For example, there should be a way to indicate whether the user is available, away, offline, and the last active time. Let's look at some of the advanced features that can help your app to stand out. Before a chat messaging application can be considered fully featured, there must be message reactions that let users choose a quick response without typing. There should be thread replies, which visually group chat messages with replies on the same topic. One of the advanced features of a chat messaging application can be the integration of AI text and image moderation. You can use moderation to filter unwanted and sensitive messages so that they do not get to users. To learn more about integrating content moderation in your app, you can check Stream's auto moderation. Other advanced features you can implement in any chat application include push notifications, editing and deleting messages, and slash commands, which lets users interact with integrated external apps via their APIs. You can also implement media attachment as an advanced feature in any chat application. Media attachments will let users share files and view some file types without leaving your app. To learn more about other advanced chat features, check out the article Build a Chat App on the Stream website. If you consider building a chat application, you should also look at the platform on which you want to distribute the application. To create a fully native mobile chat messaging experience, you can consider building the app for iOS using Swift and UIKit or Swift UI. You can also build a chat application for Android using Kotlin. If you want to provide a cross-platform mobile development experience, you can use React Native and Expo, or use Kotlin multi-platform. If you want to create a web-only chat messaging experience, you can consider using React, Angular, or Vue. Now that you know the feature requirements and platforms for the chat application, let's look at some back-end and front-end technologies you can choose from. The back-end options for your chat application include Go, Python, Java, C#, Scala, PHP, Ruby, and JavaScript. On the front-end side, we have React, React Native, Flutter, Swift, and Kotlin. To develop any chat messaging application, regardless of the platform, like mobile, multi-platform, or the web, it must follow some steps. First, you need to create a folder and install some dependencies. For example, if you need to create a React app, you should have Node installed. Secondly, you should build the chat front end, login, contact list, messages UI, and more. If you consider using the Streams API and SDK, you get all these UI components for free. The third step is to create and connect a user to the backend using a chat server. A chat server is responsible for routing messages from a sender to a receiver. If you consider building your chat messaging application with Stream, you can choose from your preferred backend languages like Go, Python, Node, Ruby, Dart, PHP, and .NET. The last step in the chat application development process is to create a contact list, initialize a channel, add new messages to the channel, create and display both old and new messages. We now know the process involved in creating a chat messaging application. Before we build a demo chat messaging application ourselves, let's try an interactive tutorial that shows you the core concepts of the chat messaging API. You can access and test this interactive chat messaging API on the Stream website. I will add a link to the description of the video. First, we should create a connection. So here we create a chat client that connects to the Stream's backend infrastructure using the connect user function. Next, we create a new channel with all these properties. After you create a channel, we can then send a message. So let's send this hard-coded message. You can see that appears as an outgoing message. Next, we can add reactions to express how we feel about a message. There is also thread support, so we can select any parent message and reply to it. To try this interactive chat messaging API, you can find a link in the description of this video. If you choose to build a chat messaging application with the Stream's API, you will need a Stream account, allowing you to generate users and user token for testing. To start with a free maker account, head to the Stream website and check the pricing page. On the left, you can select the free option and create a new dashboard account. When you log into your dashboard account, you can create a new app under the category Chat Messaging. After creating the new app, you can use your API key, the app ID, and the Stream's token generator service to generate a user token for testing. I will add the links to all these resources in the description of the video. Now that you have tried the Chat Messaging API in an interactive tutorial, let's create an example Angular chat application using Google's new cloud development environment, Project IDX. IDX is a cloud-based development environment. It is an AI-assisted IDE, which is purposely built for full-stack multi-platform development. You can use the built-in web previews as well as Android emulators to test your app. To get started with Project IDX, open your browser and search for IDX. On the top right of the screen, you can see we have a Get Started button. That takes you to the Welcome screen. So here we can start with any of these starter templates. We are going to create an Angular project, so we will need to select the first option. This section shows workspaces for your project and all projects that are shared with you. You can see I have already created one workspace, Video Chat. Let's start a new Angular project by clicking Angular. So we have to name the workspace. Let's call this Chat Messaging and click the Create button. That will take a while to set up the workspace, initialize the environment, and build the project. So let's wait for a moment. At this point, it is installing the necessary dependencies for the project. So from the Project Explorer, you can see we have all these files and folders. Then we have the integrated terminal as well as preview of the app. Let's click this plus button to add a new terminal instance. We can run the development server with npm start. So you can see here the build process was successful and we have a link to open the app on the local host. Let's press Command and click it to open it in the browser. So we are now up and running with a new Angular project. The chat application we create with the Stream's core Angular components will have the following: a channel that a user is a member of. Then we have a channel header which displays an image and a title of the channel. We have a message input for composing messages. Then messages list, which is a list of messages organized and displayed as outgoing and incoming. We also have threads and thread replies. I encourage you to check out the Stream SDKs page if you want to build a chat application for React, iOS, Android, React Native, Flutter, and more. To set up the functional chat application, we need only 3 steps. First, we install the necessary dependencies. Then we create the chat UI. And finally, style the app using CSS. Let's begin with installing the necessary dependencies. In our newly created project, we can remove the preview. Then let's click the plus button to add a new terminal instance. Then we add this command to install Stream Chat Angular, and NGS Translate Core. Let's look at each one of them. Stream Chat is the core Angular SDK. The core SDK does not contain any Angular UI components. So if you want to build a chat application from scratch without using the reusable UI components, you can install only Stream Chat for your Angular application. Next, we have Stream Chat Angular, which consists of reusable Angular components. So once you add Stream Chat Angular to your project, you get UI components like the channel, message input, threads, and more for free. So for this project, we need both Stream Chat Angular and Stream Chat. Lastly, we have NGX Translate Core, which is an internationalization library for Angular. So let's press enter to install them all. That will take a while, so let's wait for a moment. Next, we open the file app.config.ts and replace the content with the following. In this file, we import the NGX Translate Core we just installed. Then we inject the translate module in the app config. Then in app.component.ts, let's add the following imports. So here we import the chat client service, channel service, and the following from Stream Chat Angular. We don't need a router outlet import, so we can delete that one. Then we have to replace the imports in our component. So we replace that with translate module, stream autocomplete text area module, and stream chat module. Next, let's replace export class app component with the following. So here we create and connect a user to the chat client. Over here we are using a hard-coded token. When you create a stream account, you will have an API key that can be used to generate a token using the Stream's token generator service. Next, we create and load the chat channel if it does not exist. To create the UI, let's replace the content of app.component.html. So we are using the following to replace the content. Mainly the UI consists of the channel list, channel header, message list, notification list, message input, thread, and the rest. Lastly, let's add some styles to the root style sheet in styles.css. First, we will add this import. Then we will create an HTML style and set the height to 100%. For the body, we need margin 0 and 100% height. Finally, we will add a root style. For this, we have display flex and height as 100%. Next, let's add styles for the channel list. The channel list will have a width of 30%. Next, we will have stream channel. That will have a width of 100%. Lastly, let's add style for thread. And that will be a width of 45%. Next, let's open the file tsconfig.json. We should allow synthetic default imports. So let's add it here and set the value to true. So that is all we need to do to build a fully functional Angular chat application using the Stream's Angular SDK. First, we install the necessary dependencies, Stream Chat Angular, and NGX Translate Core. Then we set up the chat SDK in app.component.ts. Next, we create the UI in app.component.html. And finally, add a root style sheet. So let's press Ctrl and backtick to bring the integrated terminal and run npm start to start the development server. So that was successful. So you can see here, we can access our chat application on the local host at port 4200. So let's press Command and click the link to open our chat application in the browser. So this is our fully functional chat messaging application. So we can type any message and send it. We can perform message operations like marking the message as unread, reply, pin, edit, and delete the message. We can also react to the message using emojis and attach files, documents, images, and videos. So this is how you can build a fully functional chat messaging application using Angular and Project IDX. I encourage you to check all the other SDKs we covered in this video. To recap, I believe you now know how to build a chat messaging application. We looked at the different kinds of chat applications you can build for your business, as well as the platforms on which you can build your chat applications for. I showed you the different back-end and the front-end technologies you can use for building your chat messaging applications. If you consider building your chat messaging application with the Streams API, there are more things you can do. For example, integrating video calling into your chat messaging app. You can easily implement content moderation using the Streams Auto Mod service and AI integration. I encourage you to check the links in the description of this video to learn more about all these aspects. Thanks for spending time in building a chat messaging application with me.